This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let's start from where we left yesterday. So we were discussing about creation of customer and vendor, right? And what we discussed how customers were created in SAP ECC system. So in SAP ECC system, we were using transaction like FD01 to create the company code data for the customer, and we were using transaction XD01 to create a customer at 3 segments. Which were those 3 segments? What are the 3 segments of the customer master? Which are the 3 segments yesterday we discussed?
General data, company code data, and sales data.
Right, general data, company code data, and sales area data. So these 3 segments, if you want to create all those 3, normally we go to transaction XD01. But if you just want to create the customer in the company code, that is from the financial point of view, then normally we go to transaction FD01. Okay, so these were the 2 transactions that we were using to create the customer in SAP ECC system. Okay, but now in S4HANA, yesterday we have seen whenever we are trying to create a customer using these old transactions. Okay, so if I go to transaction FD01, or even if I try the transaction XD01, what I'm getting here is I'm getting this redirection message. Okay, although this is not an error, but this is a redirection message, and it is saying transaction FD01 is obsolete. Okay, it is saying that this transaction cannot be used anymore. Instead of that, SAP came up with a new transaction, that is BP, that is nothing but business partner. Okay, and system is automatically redirecting so that if a user forgets to directly go to transaction BP, if he still try to use transaction FD01, system will automatically redirect him to the new transaction. Now, what is this new transaction? Is this a transaction which is newly available in S4HANA? Is this something which was not available in ECC? Answer is no. In ECC, this transaction was available. Even if you go to SAP ECC system, you will be able to see transaction BP. Okay, so business partner is not a new concept. Business partner was available in ECC also. The only difference was we were able to create the customer without creating the business partner. Okay, so these are 2 different things. If I talk from the ECC perspective, customers were created, we were creating the customers if we are using modules like FI and SD. Okay, so normally 3 segments of customer master, that is company code, sales area, and general, these are required from the FI and SD point of view. But if you are using the modules, you need the business partners if you are using other advanced modules like CRM. If you are using CRM module, or within financials, if you are using FSCM module. Okay, so then in that case, if you want to use the same customer which you created in FI in FSCM also, or if you want to use the same customer which you created in SD in CRM also, then customer is not enough. You need to create customer plus business partner. Okay, so what was happening in SAP ECC is, if you want to use customer only in FI and SD module, you just create a customer. But if you want to use customer for CRM, FSCM, and many other functionalities which are advanced functionalities, then it was required to create a business partner. Okay, but now in S4HANA, the change is that even for FI and SD, okay, so even if you are only using FI and SD modules, then also BP is mandatory. Okay, which means you cannot create the customer without creating the business partner. First, you need to create a business partner, and then you have to tell the system that yes, this business partner is also my customer in case of FI and SD. Okay, that is the only difference. Otherwise, this business partner concept is not new. Whatever we will discuss from the business partner perspective, those all configurations were available in ECC also. In ECC also, there was a transaction BP through which we can create a business partner. But the thing was, because some of the customers are not using CRM, FSCM. They were never creating business partners. They were just creating these customers. Okay, but now, as I told you, you have to create a BP first, and then you will be able to create the customers. Now, what exactly is BP? What exactly is business partner? So from the name itself, what it is saying is business partner. So any company, whenever we are talking about any company, in our case, our company is a chemical company, right? ABC Chemical. Now this chemical company have a lot of business partners associated with it. Business partner means any person, any entity who is directly dealing with the company. So let's just take an example. All our customers, they are our business partners. Okay, they are the partners in our business. Partners doesn't mean that we will share the profit. Partner means all the entities which has something to do with our business. Okay, so our vendors are also our partners. Without vendors, we cannot buy the material. Without customers, there is no point in running the business, right? Same way, employees. Employees are also our business partners. Okay, stakeholders who have shareholders, they are also part of our business. So these are the common term. BP means business partner, which is the common term used to refer to all those person entities who has something to do with our business. Okay, and that is the reason when we are saying we are creating a BP, we need to be very clear this business partner is playing what role in our organization. Whenever we are creating the BP, we need to tell the system that this business partner is my customer, this business partner is my vendor, this business partner is my employee, right? So that is what you need to specify whenever you are creating a BP. Okay, so what is happening currently? In EPC, we were directly able to use transaction FD01, XD01, and it was not redirecting us to any other transaction. But now, whenever you are using FD01, or maybe let's try for XD01 also. If I go to transaction XD01, it will also take you to the same thing. Okay, it is also redirecting to transaction BP, as transaction XD01 is also obsolete. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that you cannot create a customer without creating a BP. So what you need to do here is you need to create a business partner, and there are three categories of business partner. You can create a business partner as a person, you can create a business partner as an organization, or you can create a business partner as a group of organizations. Okay, I'll give you the examples of all. So as I told you, your employees are also your business partners. Your salespersons who are doing the sales, if you want to generate the reporting from the salesperson point of view, who is giving you maximum profit, so even your salespersons are your business partners. If you are having the bank accounts, there is a bank representative, single person authorized to take care of all your bank accounts. So that bank representative is also one of the example of the person who is also your business partner. So an individual, if you are creating a business partner as an individual, then it would be the person. Okay, but if you are dealing with the organizations like private limited companies, public limited companies, then you will go for organization. So let's say my customer is Reliance Industries Limited or Tata Chemicals Limited. These are my customers and vendors. So these are not the individuals. These are the companies. These are the organizations, right? In that case, I will select the organization. And group means the group of organizations. So instead of creating the business partner, I definitely need to create a business partner separately for Tata Chemicals, Tata Power. But at the higher note, if I want to tell, okay, Tata Group is also my business partner, which has multiple entities into it, then in that case, I will create it as a group. Okay, but we don't need to worry about person and group whenever we are creating the customer and vendor. Okay, even if your customer is an individual, normally it is recommended to use organizations whenever you are creating a customer or vendor. So in short, we don't need to worry about what is person, what is group, if we are not worried about what is there in FSCM and CRM. Definitely, if you are using FSCM and CRM modules, then you need to be very careful that when you will be using person, when you will be using group. But in our case, since we are only worried about how to create customers and vendors in S4HANA, we will always use this organization. Okay, So if I click on enter, it will take me to the business partner screen. It will take me to the transaction BP. So this is one way of going to transaction BP, which is through the redirection. And now, since I already know that FD01 is not available, so there is no point again and again getting redirected. I can directly enter the transaction BP also. Okay, I can directly enter the transaction BP and it will take me to this particular screen. Okay, now the difference is here, since I came to BP directly, I need to select whether I want to create an organization or a person or a group. Okay, in case of redirection, that was already selected. So let's see the difference between the two. Okay, so here I am already in create organization screen, which means I already clicked on this in the previous screen. Okay, and as I told you, whenever you are creating a business partner, you need to tell the system what exactly are you creating a business partner as, what role this business partner will play in your organization. So you can see these are the roles, these are the different roles that your business partner can play in your organization. So your business partner can be a customer, it can be the vendor, it can be the borrower entity, it can be the sponsor, driver. This is example of individual, again borrower. So these are the different business partner roles which are provided by different modules in SAP. Okay, so in our case, just remember, we are not going to worry about all these roles. We are only going to use 4 roles. Okay, let me tell you what are those 4 roles. But before that, it is just showing you the text. It is not showing you the code. Normally, there is a code. In any of the SAP screen, if you are not able to see the code, if you are only able to see the description, what you need to do is just go to this options. Okay, this is very important. Otherwise, you will not be able to see that and you will come again back to me that we are not able to see the code. So please see this. In the interactive design, you need to go to visualization 1 and you need to tick on these 2 indicators, show keys and sort the keys. Okay, click on apply and okay. Okay, so now if you open this, now you can see the 6 digits code and then the description. Earlier, it was only showing us description. Okay, so which are the roles which are relevant to us? These are the only 4 roles which are relevant to us. FLCU00, which is for FI customer, which means you are creating the customer at the company code level. FLCU01, which is only customer. This is when you are creating the customer at the sales area level. Okay, same way for vendors also there are 2 roles. FLVN00, which is for FI vendor, which means you'll be able to use that vendor in your company code. And FLVN01, which is a role which will help you in creating the vendor at the purchasing organization level. So we don't need to worry about all other roles. Just remember these 4 roles, starting with FL, FLCU00, FLCU01, FLVN00, and FLVN01. Okay, now here by default it is showing FI customer. How the system knows that we want to create FI customer? Because in this screen, system redirected us from transaction FD01. Let me try again. So if I go to FD01, okay, so system already knows that, okay, you want to create a customer. Okay, click on organization and click on enter. So system will automatically take you to BP with the proper role. But if you directly go to transaction BP, okay, system doesn't know what you want to create. So even if you click on organization, you have to provide it manually what you want to create. This is a basic role. Okay, it is a basic role which will be created for each and every business partner. Okay, so here you have to go and select that I want to create a FI customer, which means I want to create a customer at my company code level. Okay, so now let's go ahead in this one. So this is a BP role. Now in ECC, whenever we were creating the customer, what system was asking us? What was at the selection screen, system was asking us the account group, right? I shown you yesterday. Let me show you once again. So if I directly go to transaction FD01, It's opening the new screen. Okay, so if I go to transaction FD01, and press enter, okay, so what system is asking, you can see here, it is asking for which company code you want to create this vendor, sorry, this customer, and for which account group. So yesterday we discussed that there can be different account groups like domestic customer, foreign customer, group company customer, right, and one-time customer. These are the 4 groupings that we created. Okay, so now if I go to BP transaction, okay, so in FD01 system was asking me account group, but if I go to this one, right, yeah, if I go to this screen, system is asking me grouping is the same as account group. We created account groups yesterday, 4 account groups we created. Do you remember which account groups we created yesterday? Which were the 4 account groups that we created yesterday?
Is it something like
International vendors.
Yeah, what was the
domestic?
code that we
International vendor.
created? Remember the code? We created ABC1, ABC2, ABC3 and ABC4, right? Okay, but if I go to this grouping, I'm not able to see ABC1, ABC2, ABC3, ABC4. What does it mean? It means that the groups that we created are not same as this field. Okay, so system here in case of S4HANA, if I'm directly going to transaction BP, okay, there is no option of selecting the customer account group. Okay, so the question is now, how should I create a customer then? And what is this grouping? This is a new thing, right? This was not there in ECC. This is similar to whenever you are creating a customer, you need to provide the customer group, right? Whenever you want to create a vendor, you need to provide a vendor group. Whenever you are creating a GL, you need to provide a GL group. Same way, whenever you are creating the business partner, currently we are creating a business partner, right? So for business partner also there is a grouping. This is grouping for business partner, not for customer. First, we need to create a business partner using the grouping, and then only we will be able to create the actual customer. So the question is which grouping I should select. So what you need to do is you need to create same groupings that you created for customer. We created 4 customer account groups. Similarly, we need to create 4 BP groupings. If I want to assign 1:1, then I need to create 4 new groupings in the same way as we created the customer account groups yesterday. Okay, so where exactly I can go and I can create the BP groupings? Let me show you. So again, within IMG, all the configurations related to business partners. Okay, currently we are discussing the business partner concept. So all the configurations related to business partners are available here in cross application components. Okay, within IMG, you don't need to go to financial accounting, you don't need to go to enterprise structure, you can directly go to cross application components. What do you mean by cross application components? See, there is a separate folder for finance, there is a separate folder for controlling, for sales, for materials management. Okay, but there are some activities which are common, which are across. So customer is not only for FI, it is also for sales, it is also for CRM, it is also for FSCM. Right, so that is the reason those activities are provided here in cross application components. Okay, so open this folder and you need to go to SAP business partner. Okay, this is a configuration related to business partner. Okay, open this, go to business partner. Okay, basic settings, and here you can see number ranges and groupings. Similar to customer account groups and number ranges, there is a separate number ranges for BP and groupings. So what you need to do here is just open this and this is a place where you need to create different groupings. Okay, so define groupings and assign the number ranges. So these are the groupings. If you go and see what is appearing in the BP screen, when I click on the grouping button, these are the options it is providing. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to create 4 account groups or 4 BP groupings, same as what we created as account groups, customer account groups. So there, it is not necessary that the code also should be same. So even if I want to provide some different code, that is fine. But in my case, I am assigning the same code. So ABC1, ABC2, ABC3, and ABC4. Okay, what was the short name? So this is for domestic, this is for foreign, this is for, I think, group company, group customers, and this last one was for one-time customers. Okay, again, I'll just copy the same thing to the description. What you can do is, if you want to copy this entire cell, just press Ctrl Y. Okay, you will see this plus button. When you press Ctrl Y, you will see this plus button. You can copy this area, Ctrl C, and here also you can just go and say Ctrl V. So all the things, whatever were available here, will get copied here. Okay, and then the number ranges. Now this number ranges are not for customer. This number ranges are for business partner. Right. So I will take whatever numbers are available. There are already some number ranges available for business partner. So let's go with 1. I will select 1 for all. Okay, and save it. So now once your BP groupings are created, now if you go back to your BP transaction, okay, let's click on create organization, click on this create button. Now if you see this grouping, you will find the groupings that we created: ABC1, ABC2, ABC3, and ABC4. Okay, but we created this groupings independently. Customer groupings are created separately and BP groupings are created separately. We need to assign this to each other. We need to tell the system, whenever I'm going to use BP grouping ABC1, in the background, I want to create a customer with customer account group ABC1. So we have to link it. We have to link BP grouping with the customer account group. Okay, so if I don't link that, then system will just create a business partner. It will not create a customer in the background. Let's see what will happen. So if I want to create a domestic customer, I will go to ABC1. Okay, and I already told the system that I'm creating BP under the BP role customer. Okay, it is asking me the same information. It is asking me the address information, what it was asking in ECC also. So let's say this is my whatever company. Let's say this is Amazon. Amazon, let's say, is my customer. Okay, and search term I can just enter again as Amazon. I'm just entering the mandatory fields. Okay, so postal code is mandatory, city is mandatory. I'll just enter some information here. Let's say 60000. Okay, let's say Bangalore. Okay, country, let's say IN, and language, let's go with EN. Okay, so this is the domestic customer. That is the reason I'm entering country India. Definitely when we go for ABC2, I have to enter some other country because I want to divide my domestic vendors with foreign vendors, customers, whatever business partners, because this address information, whatever we are entering, this is common for all. It is not like if I want this as a customer, the address information I need to enter again. For customers and vendors, same address information will be valid. Okay, and then because I want to create this customer, and that customer I am creating at FI, which means at the company code level, I'll click on this company code button. Okay, and I'm creating this for company code ABCI, right? ABC Limited India. Okay, press enter. Now, when you press enter, system will ask you the reconciliation account. Okay, this is the mandatory field. Let's see if I can go ahead without this as of now. No, see, this is a mandatory field. This tick means it is a mandatory field. Are you able to see the screen at the same time, or there is some lag in between?
At the same time.
We can fraction of
Okay. Okay, so reconciliation account means, see, yesterday we were discussing one topic where I told you there is concept called as subledger accounting. Can you tell me what is subledger? What is the difference between ledger and subledger? Any idea? The difference between ledger and subledger?
Double entry system.
Hello?
The ledger is the main part of the double entry booklet. Ledger is not.
See, ledger means GL account. Okay, we created the GL accounts. Subledger means, okay, let me ask you one simple question. You are looking at the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, are you going to see the customer balances for each customer? If I want to see the customer balances, are you going to see for all 1,000, 2,000 customers in the balance sheet?
No.
In the balance sheet, you don't need to have the customer-wise details. You just need to have the details at the overall customer level. Maybe you can divide it into customer balances for domestic customers. Okay, customer balances for foreign customers. Same way you can go for the group company customers, and finally one-time customers. Anyways, we don't have balances. Okay, so let's say these are the three different GL accounts that you want to see in the balance sheet account, in the balance sheet report, right? So now if you want to see these balances within domestic, there can be thousands of customers, right? Within foreign, again there will be thousands of customers, right? Within group, maybe there will be less, so maybe let's say around 10 customers. Okay, so these thousands of customers are nothing but subledgers. These are called as subledgers. So in AR, customers are our subledgers. In AP, vendors are our subledgers. In asset accounting, each and every asset is a subledger, right? In bank, each and every bank is a subledger. What is a ledger then? Ledger is this one, total balance. These three GL accounts are the ledgers. These are the main ledgers. Okay, so whenever we are creating any customer, we need to tell the system that the balance of this customer will go in which ledger account, and this is called as a reconciliation account. This account is called as a reconciliation account because whenever we post anything to a particular customer, we want to tell the system that this thousands of customers, whatever information I will post here, whatever invoices, whatever payments I am going to post here, all those postings will go to this particular reconciliation account.
Vikram,
Yes.
this concept of ledger, is it like control account, isn't it?
You can say control. No, control account is normally we can say control account. That is also fine.
Like essentially, I just want to interject, Vikram. Like essentially, like the sum of all subs should equal to the control. Basically,
Exactly.
all the sub ledgers,
all the customer balances equal to the total balance available in the control account.
probably that is the reason we should have the reconciliation thing. Like, that I think that drives the concept of reconciliation account.
Right. Yes. So that is the reason whenever you are going to create a customer, currently we are trying to create a customer, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yes. So here, yeah. So system is asking us that, okay, you are creating a customer. Can you tell us that whatever balances you will post in this customer will go in which general ledger account, which control account. So control account we need to provide here. And we have still not created any control account for customers, right? If I select this button, it will tell me there are no entries available because we have not created any GL account which is for the customer control, which is for the reason. What we need to do first is we need to create one control account. We need to create one reconciliation account using transaction FS00. Okay, so based on our requirement, we need to create 3 GL accounts, one for domestic, second for foreign, and third for group companies. And this AR account, what is the type? Is it a asset account? Is it a liability?
Asset account.
Sorry. What type of account it is? Customer balances. We
AR is
have
asset.
given, sorry. Customer balances. Where exactly in the balance sheet or profit and loss that will appear?
Balance sheet.
Current asset.
Current
Under current.
Current
assets.
assets, right? Current assets means what? Assets,
Yes.
right? Current assets means what? These are the amounts that we need to recover from the customer. So those are our current assets. Current assets means those amounts which we owe to the customer and we are going to get within 1 year. Okay, that is the reason those are current assets. So I will use the asset coding here. My assets are starting from 2. So I already created one bank account which was 2000. Now what I'll do is I will use the next number available, which is 2001. Okay, I will use 2001 here and click on create button. Okay, so my GL account type would be, what would be the GL account?
X.
It would be balance sheet, right? Assets and liabilities are part of balance sheet. Account group, I'll go with assets.
Assets.
Okay, see, when I'm going for balance sheet account, there is no need to specify the profit and loss statement account type because this balance of this particular GL account is not going to be transferred to the retained earning. Only balance of profit and loss accounts are shifted to the retained earnings. Okay, so short text would be, this is, I can say, sundry debtors.
More like domestic debtors.
Hello. Hello, Vikram.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Vikram.
Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
there is some internet issue here today. That is the reason system is too slow. Okay, so I was asking you, what should I select here? in the GL account screen. Okay, so yeah, we already discussed this is a balance sheet account, so I need to provide sundry debtors. Okay, sundry debtors, again within sundry debtors, this is our domestic sundry debtors. Sundry debtors means accounts receivables. Some of the companies will give the text as accounts receivables. Some of the companies will give the text as sundry debtors. Okay, so this is domestic. Now in control data, whenever you are creating the control account, one of the very important thing is you need to specify here that this is my control account for customers. This is an account that I'm going to use in the customer master creation. Okay, if you don't select this, then system will not allow you to use this account at the time of customer creation. Okay, and then in create bank interest tab, because this is a reconciliation account, SAP provides G067. This is a standard field status group which is provided by SAP for the reconciliation accounts. G067. Just click on save. Okay, so our GL account has been created. We can copy this GL account and we can create one more for foreign, and we can also create for group companies. Okay, so I'll again go to FS00. I want to see the hierarchy display, so I'll go to settings, hierarchy display, and display accounts in navigation tree, so that in the left hand side I can clearly see what are the different GL accounts created. So I'll go to FS00 once more, and then I'll be able to see here, these are my list of GL accounts. So sundry debtors, I will just copy this. Okay, instead of entering all the information again, I just need to change from domestic to foreign. All other settings are going to be same. So this would be FOR and this would be FOR. All other things as it is. Save this, and the last one is going to be group company. So this is 2003. Okay, so this one I'll change to group. Okay, just save it. Now I have sufficient GL accounts as control accounts. Yes.
How about one-time customer?
Yeah.
You're not creating any for one-time customer?
Sorry?
You're not creating anything for one-time customer?
I'm not creating anything for one-time customer as of now, because normally one-time customers, they normally pay on time. They normally pay on cash basis. But yes, we can definitely create if you want. If it is required, we can create it. I'll explain the concept of one-time customer later on, because there is some small difference in that. So we'll come to that point. Okay, so this customer I am creating as a domestic customer, right? And that is the reason I will select. Now if I select this, it will show me 3 GL accounts. There are 3 GL accounts with customer control, right? These are the 3 GL accounts that we created. So we have sundry debtors domestic, sundry debtors foreign, and sundry debtors for group. I will select the first one. Okay, and then once you entered all this information, you can click on save. Okay, so we are getting error. See this error. Grouping ABC has not been assigned to any customer account group. I told you that creation of business partner grouping and creation of customer account groups, these are independent activities which we created, but we have never told the system that whenever I am using BP grouping ABC1, which customer account group should be booked in the background. Right, so I told you there is one activity that you need to do, otherwise you will get this error. This is what the error is. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to go to IMG again in the configuration. So let's open SPRO once again. Within SPRO, we will go to IMG. Within IMG, where should we go for business partners, we have to go into the cross application components. Within cross application components, we don't need to go to SAP business partner now, because now we need to provide the mapping of business partner grouping to customer account group. So for that, we need to go to master data synchronization. Okay, the path is little bit it is very much inside, so don't worry, I provided the screenshots in the PPT that I shared with you. Okay, so what you need to do is master data synchronization. You need to go to customer vendor integration. This is also called as CVI. Okay, and then business partner settings. There is separate folder for customer integration and vendor integration. So you have to select settings for customer integration. Then you have to go to this field assignment for customer integration, assign keys, and this is where you need to provide the mapping. We need to provide the mapping of BP to customer. So whenever we select a particular BP grouping in the transaction BP, system should be able to determine the customer account group. Okay, let's open this, and we need to assign ABC1 BP grouping to ABC1 customer account group. Okay, so how you need to do is new entry. So ABC1 BP grouping will be assigned to ABC1 customer account group. Similarly, ABC2 BP grouping will be assigned to ABC2 customer account group. ABC3 will be assigned to ABC3, and ABC4 need to be assigned to ABC4. As I told you, it is not necessary that this code should be same, because if you see the other examples which are already configured here, the codes are different. Okay, if you see this 0001 is assigned to DEBI, so that is completely fine. Only thing is you need to make sure that which BP grouping will call which customer account group in the background. Okay, so now once we made this configuration, if we again go back to our customer creation, okay, let's try to save one more time. If it is not saving, then maybe we need to go out and come again to this transaction. Something wrong. Let's try once again. Let's go to transaction BP, which means we are creating a business partner. We want to create this business partner as an organization, because customers and vendors, we will create it as an organization. Okay, here I need to select the grouping. So my grouping is fine, ABC1, and I want to create this business partner as a customer, which means FLCU00. Okay, click on this create button. Provide your information here, customers information. So this is a company. Let's say this is Amazon. This is mandatory field, so I'm entering something. Then in the address information, these are the fields which are mandatory, so I just need to enter this. Country India and language English. Okay, so these are the mandatory fields from the general data point of view. Then go to the company code data. In the company code, we are doing this for company code ABCI. Okay, and we need to specify the, just press enter, and we need to specify the reconciliation account. So we created these 3 reconciliation accounts. For this customer, we want to select domestic one. Okay, and now try to save it. It is still giving some error. Let's see that error. This is called as SAP dump. This is, if you are getting this screen, this is called as SAP dump. Normally you will get this kind of dumps if there are any inconsistencies in the technical system in the background. Okay, but let's see if we can solve on our own. Otherwise, we need to involve basis team to solve this, basis or ABAP. There is something wrong in this system. Let me try to log off and try again. Otherwise, we need to show it to the technical team. So new organization grouping would be ABC1, sorry. This would be FLCU00. Create company. This is Amazon. Okay, company code ABCI. Press enter, and reconciliation account is 2001. Let's try. Otherwise, there is no other option. We need to involve. Yeah, we need to involve basis team here. We cannot go further because this is related to something technical, some table level BSID. This is a table in the background. Okay, so anyways, let me try this in client 400 as of now, just to complete this topic, but later on we will see whether this client. Okay, so if I go to transaction BP, so new organization, I have to select any other grouping. So as of now, I'm selecting this grouping 0001. Okay, and I need to select this FLCU00. Okay, which is FI customer. Create. So let's say test. Okay, let's see what are the other mandatory information. So city is mandatory here. So I'll just enter Mumbai, IN, and here I will enter the language as English. Okay, I'll go to the company code data. I'll select any of the company code. So let's go with anything is fine. So let's try this. Enter. Okay, and here I need to provide the reconciliation account. So let's say this is a reconciliation account and try to save. If everything is fine in the background, it will save this. No, I think this is at all the client. Yes.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I think there is something wrong in the system. It is not allowing us to create the business, but that is a technical error. From our point of view, whatever configurations are required, these are the only configurations that we need to set up. So let me summarize what we have discussed till now, and then maybe I will try to contact technical team today so that they can solve this error and you should be able to practice. Okay, so what we discussed in ECC, if you want to create a customer, we were using transaction FD01, right, or XT01. In S4HANA, if you try FD01 or XT01, system will automatically redirect you to transaction BP. Okay, so if you go to transaction BP, system is no longer asking you customer account group. System is asking you business partner grouping. So we first need to create the business partner grouping. we need to assign this business partner grouping to our customer account groups. Okay, and we in BP screen we need to select the role which is FLCU00 if I want to create a customer in the company code segment. Okay, then I'll click on company code. In the company code, I need to enter the reconciliation account, and then we just need to save. See, apart from the reconciliation account, there are a lot of other fields also which you can enter at the company code level. Let me again take you to BP. So if you go to organization, select any of the grouping, that is fine. Okay, and then if you go to, let's enter this information first. Okay, so I need to select FLCU00. Click on create, company, test, okay, and English. So apart from this, if you go to this company code data, there are a lot of other segments also. Head office, sort key. We will talk about this later on. But before that, this reconciliation account is mandatory, and that is the reason I'm just entering that as of now. Okay, apart from that, there are a lot of other fields which we can enter based on the scenario. So we will talk about these fields also. But as of now, first you understand the concept of what is grouping vis-a-vis the customer. So how the system is able to determine the customer account group, if you go to the general data, okay, and if you go to this customer general data, you will be able to see this account group. See, this is a configuration that we maintained. We specified, we determined the business partner, sorry, we determined the customer account group based on this business partner grouping. Okay, this is a configuration that we made just now. So system is able to properly determine the customer account group, but because of some technical error, we are not able to proceed on this. So what we can do is we can maybe close, because without this we'll not be able to proceed further. So let's close it today, and I will make sure that this is solved and you are able to practice maybe in the evening today.
Vikram, can I ask?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. I'm going for my remote access. This screen, the one you are teaching us, I don't see all this color and a lot of tab are missing. Why does it happen like that? It looks like very, like a notepad. Doesn't look like the same.
Ashraf, your voice is not clear.
Sorry, say again?
Your voice is not very clear. It is too slow.
All right, what I'm saying that I don't see the same screen you have here with color and everything when I go for remote access.
No, that is because of the theme that you selected. So what you can do is, if you want to change this, see what I'm using is, if you go to options, there is a visual design theme here. Okay, you can see here itself, there are different themes which are available, which will provide you different colors and different button designs. Okay, so from this, if you want to see the same screen what I'm using, just go from here to the SAP signature theme.
Okay, all right, I'll try that. But now I don't have access because I think there's something wrong there as well. I'll try it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? We should have continued this topic, but the problem is I don't know what went wrong in the system. Otherwise, we should have completed to create a BP and a customer, and then at least to post one invoice, but not a problem. We will extend today's session in the next week. We'll take some more time and we'll try to complete this AP part.
What was the error? BSID, right?
BSID is a table. BSID is a customer line item table. Whenever you post anything in the customer master data, sorry, in the customer transactions, like if you're creating the invoices for the customer, it goes and stored in VSID. So something is wrong with that table. So it is a technical thing. Basis will solve it immediately, but only thing is I'm not sure how to correct that.
How can you? Because the error is bullshit ID. So somewhere we did a bullshit. I'm just joking. No, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, so any questions before we close? So once this error is resolved, maybe I'll send you one assignment. I will send you one assignment. You need to complete that maybe before Wednesday.
Gaurav, I have a personal question. Can I ask now?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
You know the PowerPoint that you were talking about and the PDF and this notes that you're taking. I haven't got them. I just have like, up to the 5 classes of the videos.
No, I think Krishna spoke to me yesterday, and he said he already shared all the documents. Maybe yesterday there was no phone call, so that is the reason. Maybe you are still. So let
Yes, I had
me
requested
ask
him.
Krishna.
I had written to him that that you, me, Ashraf, and him should be on a
Right.
conference call, and you had requested it. But since I don't have your email address or phone number or anything, I couldn't contact or anything. I had called Krishna, and Ashraf
No
had
problem.
also
Let's do
called.
one thing.
If
Yeah,
you
let's
could
do one
coordinate
thing.
on your end, it would be of great benefit to us.
Yes. Okay, let's do one thing. Instead of waiting for Krishna to share the videos and all, you just drop me the mail on this ID, because I don't have your email ID. That is the reason I'm not able to directly share the
Please,
documents and
I'm just gonna
videos.
text you here.
Yes.
Okay, yours is Gaurav. Okay, just bear with me.
GauravSpin@gmail.com.
GauravSpin@gmail.com. Okay, thank you, sir. I'm just gonna text you an email address.
Sure.
Gaurav.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Gaurav.
Yes.
Actually, I don't have server access. I just got the
There's a lot
8.
of background noise. All of you, please mute. Only one can talk.
Yeah, Gaurav, actually, I don't have server access. As you know that I'm the first day
Sorry.
today.
Who is that? I'm not able to.
Sadiq.
Sorry.
Sadiq. Yesterday we met.
Yeah. Sadiq, I need to arrange your server access. You joined yesterday itself, no? That is the reason I need to arrange. It will take another 1 or 2 days to arrange the server for you.
Yeah, and I just got 8 videos, training
Yeah,
videos. So
yesterday's videos you might have not got. Yesterday's videos are uploaded in the night, so I'll share that also.
yeah, sure. No.
Okay. Okay, then thank you. Let me utilize this time to solve this error, and then I will send the assignment maybe in another or maybe till evening today.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.